Yo, what's going on, you guys? Your boy Pony Montana, and in this video, we're going over the glitchiest offense in college football 25. This is going to be an offense that's going to frustrate all of your opponents. It's one of the most annoying offenses to stop, especially if you're playing a very, very good running back like Judkins and people like that. It's going to be very, very frustrating to stop, and that's why I'm bringing it to you now, because apparently there are going to be patch notes that might help patch this, but get your hands on it now. Run a fun offense. It is fun. It is glitchy, but it is fun as hell to run. So again, glitchiest, maybe the best offense in the game, coming out of one of the best playbooks in the game as well. Few people have already dropped ebooks on this formation, on this playbook, so I figured I'd get it to you guys before it gets patched so you guys can run it. Now, before I get into it, if you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment down below, hit that noti bell so you guys never miss an upload. And if you guys have nothing to say down below, just comment FTA. It stands for the algorithm, and it helps push these videos to more and more people. Now, let's get right into it. We're coming out of the Wildcat Unbalanced formation, and you can currently find this in the Oregon playbook. That's the team I'm using right now. The Florida International, Auburn, Arizona State, Colorado, Northern Illinois, and UTSA. Those are the 7 playbooks where you guys can find this formation in, with the 2 plays that are the main plays that are in the game, which is the jet sweep, the power, and the jet reverse pass. Now, I'll go over the jet reverse pass last, but there are certain things that you guys need to know when it comes to the actual Wildcat running the ball. Now, the jet sweep itself is one of the best plays in the game, and if you guys can find a good jet sweep in a different playbook, I advise you guys to utilize it, because as you can see, if the blocking is right, you're going to be able to score a lot of touchdowns and frustrate your opponent a lot. Why? And I'm going to go ahead and showcase the replay real quick, because in these formations, in Wildcat formations, you have this entire battalion of players here pretty much ready to pull block for you and make sure that the blocking goes absolutely perfect. As you can see, we have so many players that are just setting that edge, which allows your running back, or your wide receiver, excuse me, to pretty much go ahead and take it the distance, score a touchdown after touchdown after touchdown after touchdown, and it's very, very frustrating for your opponent to stop. Now, I'm on Heisman, and as you can see, it's frustrating for the CPU to stop as well, and we're constantly getting yards. That's what makes this formation super frustrating, is the fact that you're going to be able to go ahead and run it nonstop without ever having to really pass the ball. Now, there's the flip side to this. So you're not just running towards that side. Sometimes you're going to keep it with your running back. So you got plays like the counter play, that if they're focusing on, stopping the Wildcat to the strong side, you have the counter that's going to do the opposite. So now I'm going to call a random play on defense again, but this time the running back is going to keep it. So boom, running back keeps it. And as long as we can get a little bit of space out there, we're going to be able to pretty much utilize that. Now, don't get too comfortable running just the jet sweep, because right now the only reason why we're not going to fake anybody here is because we're playing the computer. We're playing AI, we're playing CPU, and that's just not going to be something that we're not going to fake out the computer, because they have an inkling of what kind of play that we're calling, so they're going to be able to stop it. But online, if you're running the Wildcat, you're going to have a bunch of people that are going to sit there and try to prevent people from going towards this side and down the middle, while your guy is going to go this way, and then the counter is going to end up going this way for you guys to end up with a lot of yardage once you start running things like that. They're going to start to commit towards that right side, because that's where the guy is motioning over, and that's where you're getting a lot of yards. On playing the computer, they're going to be a little bit more responsive to it, to what it is that you guys are running. So I don't suggest you guys run the counter if you guys are playing like solos or against the computer. Now, last thing to go over when it comes to the actual plays is the jet reverse pass. Now, this is where the playbook, the formation, is very, very bad. In my opinion, bad for the game, because it glitches out the defense, okay? So it glitches out the defense to the point where you're going to be able to throw these kinds of passes all the time. You'll have to play a more skilled person to know how to stop it, on top of trying to stop everything else. But as you can see, he ends up getting open. Now, this doesn't even look that bad of a defense for it. The worst of it is when they're in, I believe it's when they're in zone, they end up completely leaving this person wide open. And that's one of the most frustrating things about this offense. And it's one of the reasons why a lot of people are currently running it, because if they notice that you're in zone and you keep on running zone, they're going to come out in the jet sweep pass. And all of a sudden, you're going to end up getting torched over the top for a touchdown almost every single time. And yes, this is a glitch play. This is something that needs to be fixed, needs to be patched, because you're limiting someone's offense to completely, you're limiting someone's defense to completely just one kind of defense, and that is going to end up frustrating for anybody. This is one of the most annoying things in the game. Now, the only problem with this offense, and I should have said this at the start, but I'm glad I'm saying it now, is the fact that you cannot audible once you are in this offense. So once you pick a play, you're essentially playing a game of rock, paper, scissors against your opponent, whether you're running to the right, running to the left, or throwing it over the top. So again, you're playing Rochambeau with whoever it is that you're playing. And again, you're setting the tone with the jet sweeps only to sit there and run the play like this. And as you can see, it's fairly consistent when it comes to getting over the top of your opponent. And it's just going to be very, very frustrating. Now, before I get out of here, there are tells to what it is that you are running when it comes to this game. There are tells within the offense. Now, for this play specifically, the passing play, you'll notice that the quarterback here makes a slight movement, and that's when you know that you have to adjust to either the post route or this guy going out on a route like this. You know that that's going to be the case. Notice the quarterback's movement. He'll like lean down a little bit, and as you can see, as soon as he leans down, you know that a play like that is coming. You can lob it over the top. And, again, you have to make sure that you're trying your best to guard. So I'm going to call it one more time, and notice the movement that the quarterback makes. Once you see that these guys are adjusting to this, that's when you got to hop out of it, because they're going to start slowing you down a lot more, and it's going to be frustrating to run this. But again, notice the quarterback. He makes a little movement. He leans down a little bit, and all of a sudden, you have to sit there and adjust to it. And a skilled person is going to know that. A skilled person will adjust to it to try to frustrate you as much as possible. Now, I'm going to call timeout, and I'm going to hop into the jet sweep. Now, with the jet sweep, the quarterback doesn't move at all. I'm going to call a random defense. Now, with the jet sweep, nobody moves. The only person that moves is the guy that's running the sweep, and he just runs over. As you can see, pay attention to everybody that's on the field there, and not a soul made a step. That's how you know that the wide receiver is going to keep it. Now, I'm going to run that one more time, and notice nobody moves. That means that the wide receiver is going to keep it. And yes, this is sort of a defensive tip for those of you guys who are facing this yourself. And now I'm going to showcase when the running back is going to keep the ball. And when the running back keeps the ball, he ends up hiking his foot down. So I'm going to go ahead and let's call the counter. And then you'll notice that the running back that the ball is being hiked to, he ends up look, boom. As soon as you see that, you know that the running back is keeping it. No matter where it is that he's going, you know the running back is keeping it. And you're pretty much going to be able to run commit. You're going to be able to pretty much commit everybody to the run. But if you don't, things like this might happen to you. So again, yes, this is the best offense. But to run the best offense, you should also know the tells of that offense. And this is exactly what I'm showing you right now. So again, don't get caught up trying to make this work. If somebody is sitting there and adjusting to it, make sure that you're sitting there and hopping out of this offense just so that your offense can stay as consistent as possible. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. My name is Tony Montana. Let me know how you guys like the Wildcat. It's a pretty fun offense. It is frustrating to play against, but it is very, very fun to run. I will see you guys in the next video, man. If you guys have any questions, leave it down in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in the next one. And as always, 2 fingers, deuces, and peace out, you guys.